Check out these mountains. What a beautiful morning this is. Look at the snow up there. Look at the snow. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Adventures with Raven and Rowley. I'm Raven. And this is Rowley. Last week I talked about yurts and sheds that I was going to convert, that I am going to convert. This week I'm going to show you how I'm living now. I've been 6 months in this cargo trailer, 24/7, more or less, except when I go out, you know. But this is about what the cargo trailer looks like now. So, if you're curious, join us on this journey and continue to watch. It's been windy. It's been really windy. So I've had this carpet get blown away and the steps get blown away. So I put 6 gallons of water on here to keep it in place. Won't keep the steps in place, but it'll keep that in place. When I started the solar hookup, I needed a way to keep the door closed, but the wire's outside. So I ran it through this, punched a hole here. I've got a camphor ball up in here somewhere so that the mice don't find it a convenient place to come through. So anyway, I've got all the solar wires coming out this way. I try not to walk on them. And you can see that these panels need a good sweeping. It was raining last night, so I didn't come out this morning and sweep them off because it's supposed to rain again today. These panels here have rocks on them because the day that the carpet got blown away, the solar panels got blown, flipped over, that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to keep them, Okay, this solar panel here is 60 watt, and that was the first solar panel that I ever bought about 3 years ago. This one is 100 watts. This is hooked into the King solar charger. This is hooked into the 𝗥𝗃𝗲 solar charger. This 𝗥𝗃𝗲 is 240 watts. The King is 540 watts. Something like that. This battery is the battery that I use to run my water pump, and it's hooked into the solar panel because it's recharging right now. Let's see, here's the wire going right in, and that's hooked up like that. This is just a golf cart kind of sized battery. This solar panel and the other 3 like it, the other 2 like it, are each 100 watts. These solar panels are 25 watts, and there's 4 of them. So that is what, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is also 100 watts. And those 5 panels, those 500 watts of panels, are hooked into the batteries. Okay, I'm in the back so I can show you where I got the batteries. Put this over here. So I put it over there. I originally put that up there because I figured I wanted to lock it from the inside and have it be open at night and a whole bunch of other things like that. But that didn't work out. over here, I've got a slide. I don't know if you can see that. See? One of these things. Okay. Now, I used this fabric as a sari that I had. But this is what's left of the moving mats. You'll notice that all of that blue, the sun rotted it away so that the blue just became like a powder. See? Okay. You see that the blue? That's just from handling the moving mats and what the sun has deteriorated. Any place where it rubbed. See, it's rubbing down here. So, I don't know, if you're going to use a moving mat, I would suggest you, I don't know, get something better quality or whatever. I don't know how they make them now. Yeah, so I keep all my good stuff down here. Here's the batteries. I don't know when this thing stopped working. So this is my 100 amp hour SLA battery, sealed lead acid. This is my Battleborn battery. It was donated to me. Thank you very much. With an extra solar controller that comes from one of my other, from the solar panel with the rocks. This is a 500 amp, 500 watt pure sine wave inverter. I should have gotten 1,000, but I didn't have that kind of money. And these two work together. These are my solar controllers. I would recommend these to anybody, absolutely everyone, anyone. Everything is manual control. You don't have to have your smartphone or anything like that to run it. You don't have to go through the company and get, passwords and all that kind of garbage. You can see that this is very full. Now the thing with laying solar panels on the ground, the thing about laying, you lose about 20% of the solar collected, the power collected when you lay it on the ground. Well, it can't collect 20% or something like that. You don't get it, is what it is. So if you can not lay them on the ground, you'd be better off, keep them tilted. But I have high winds. I have seriously high winds, as you can tell. So the chances of the panels floating away are pretty good. So I keep them on the ground. This I put up on stabilizer jacks, because the jacks that came with this trailer, since it was used, they don't work. They don't come down. So one has to work with what one has. I put locks on here because I really don't want to go into town and come back one day and find that somebody conveniently towed it away. And if they're going to tow this thing away, they're going to have to work to do it, as far as I'm concerned. I have a propane tank, 20-gallon propane tank. And day before yesterday, somewhere in there, I bought another one, just for the sheer heck of it, just to make sure that I got enough. It doesn't run out in the middle of the night, on a Sunday night, or whatever, And this is the, the pump that I use to transfer water from the car into the bottles, that kind of stuff. This is that wonderful rocking chair that Forrest Wolf gave me that I make big time use of. It actually fits inside, and I could put my feet up and get comfy and reach my non-existent, that kind of thing. That's an extra table I have, umbrella, extra chair. The other one is hooked up too. I have them both locked. So that's the outside. Now, all of this stuff, I mean, if I really was in a mad rush, I could pack up all of this stuff probably in about half an hour. Because, you know, in order to move, if I had to, wanted to. You hear the wind? Rowley, where are you? Are you inside? Nope. Rowley, come on, boy. Okay. Oh, I forgot to show you the door. Okay. Because it's winter, and we still have flies, no less, I keep the screen up. I can take the screen down, or I could tie it back. See with the Velcro. But because the door doesn't have any insulation, I made this curtain. Whew, let's get inside. I made this curtain out of a moving mat, since I had a bunch extra. You see how it goes? I just folded it, sewed it up here at the top, and laid it across a curtain rod. And it's doubled. The padding on the wall is doubled. Okay, so here we are, winter time. It's 34 degrees this morning. And what have I done to get ready for the winter? Well, I took out all of my summer clothes and put them away, and pulled out some of my winter clothes along with my favorite bathrobe. So let me start at the door. This is the door. And let me show you how I fold that back. I'm going to put the phone down. Okay, so you see I folded it in fourths. Folded it in half and then half again, so that it kind of lines up there. That's so that I could move it out of the way. Whoops. I just slide it over to the corner so that you can come in and out without a problem. See? Usually the bottom is over further than that, but I'm going to open that back up anyway because I don't want all this cold air in here taking all our wonderful heat out. And since you haven't seen the house in a while, let me tell you what I've got here. Look at these lights. These are all just LED lights. That's all they do. They do plug in to solar. I have them. They are rechargeable. I have this one on a solar panel. Just a little teeny itty bitty solar panel that I got from somewhere. See? And so I keep this one hanging outside the window, because I have to leave the window open anyway, because I've got a propane stove and I need to keep the window open about an inch. Okay, so that goes out there, and this gets plugged in up here, and this charges. Well, when one of the other ones runs down, like I have one over the bed, and I have one over the, I have one over the 𝗏𝗃𝗲, and I have one over the stove. And what happens is when the charge runs out or is running out, I just take one off the wall, replace it with that one, take that one and put it back and plug it in. And this one is always charging. Now, it gets cold in here. Well, it hasn't really gotten so bad so far. But you notice that all of these are covered. This here, I'm being very remiss, you know, I have yet to sew the trim on these things around the edges. And I've been saying I'm going to sew it for the last 6 months. But if it gets really cold, I could just let that down and let it insulate the window too. See? Let me put that back up so we can get some brightness in here. And of course, it's 2 layers thick too. Put this down. And put that back up there. Okay. So I put it back up. And I put it up with safety pins because that's the way I am. Now this window does have 2 curtains on it. It invariably gets left like this because I don't want it over here when I'm cooking and I'm heating up anything. You know, it should kind of look like that, but I don't want it to catch fire. So what happens is that 99 9/10 of the time, it's over here. And that's the way it's going to have to be because I really don't want to start a fire. But anyway, this is what I've done with the place. So I put curtains up, still haven't done the sewing. But that's okay, it'll get there one day. Okay, well these curtains come out of the loops and close. So I could close off this whole entire bed area to just heat that and, you know, maintain heat in that one area. Now, I have my sleeping bag, which I went and got Monday. It's a good thing, too, because it got really cold last night. And I have, of course, extra blankets, and I don't have a clue what to do with them except what I've done with them right now. That's Rowley. Say hi, Rowley. Okay, that's my handsome dude. My light. This is my drawer. This is my end table with all of the stuff in here that, you know, end table stuff. What's nice about it, since it's a drawer, is that I could just kind of push it in and close it up, you know, more or less. I have down here my 𝗥𝗃 and my King solar charger. I need to come up with some way to deal with those wires better than that. And that's Rowley's toy box. This is the dresser. I put a piece of plywood across the top and made a bed out of it. It fit the plywood short. I made it short about 2 inches so that there would be space on either end, you know, that kind of thing. Just to give it some breathing room. And put the bed up there. This is a chest underneath this part of the bed because the dresser doesn't go the whole way. Oops. Dresser doesn't go the whole way. There's a space, you see. I've managed to put that there to block the space. But underneath that is the batteries, which I will take you outside and show you. Rowley's bed. This is a kind of a real tight corner. But, you know, hey, it works. And the other dressers and my dirty dishes and other assorted goodies. This is a heater. This thing works fabulously. Now, someone gave me this. Let me put that there. Someone gave me this for free from the free pile when I went to the RTR. No, when I was with one of the women's caravans. And up until this point, I had been using a little electric fan that I had. But I put it somewhere at the beginning of the summer and I have no idea where it was. And I didn't want to run wires from over there where the jackery is all the way over to here just to run a fan. So I got that and put it up there. That thing, it runs by the heat coming through it runs by heat. There is no electricity, no nothing. It's a manual thing, and it dispenses heat beautifully. Really does. This is turned on just before it's heated up enough to start spinning. I turn the fire on high when it first starts, and then I turn it down to keep the circulation going and the consumption of propane down. It's worth buying. It was worth buying. This is my altar. I crocheted that cloth behind it. I designed it and crocheted it. My guitar, my thumb drum, garbage. My bookcase that I don't know, I keep, no matter what, I manage to collect books. My hat collection. More books. This book is my book. I have to send these out to various and sundry people. This is my book. It came in on Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember. So I have to send those to people who I promised to send them to. Pantry closet. And that's it. Oh no, it's not it. The floor. This floor is one of those puzzle things. You can see the puzzle pieces. This really, really works well. You can cut it with scissors, and it absolutely insulates the floor. So I have no other insulation on this floor except this rubberized mat. I have 2 layers of moving mats on the walls. I do have thin slate up in the ceiling, but this is contact paper over the top of the thin slate and duct tape to get rid of the black lines. But that's it. That's pretty much it. That's the whole thing, the whole shebang. And I've been living in here for 6 months, and I want you to know it feels a lot larger than it is. Right, Rowley? Right. Yeah. The Rowley Report. So, thank you for watching. See you next Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. You take care of you and yours, and blessed be.